What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the weekend. So we have some really big games this weekend. We just have two games, which really sucks because a month ago I was doing these videos and we had so many games going on, college football and NFL, but we are definitely wrapping up the season. But we do have some really big games to bet on, you guys, on Sunday. We have Commanders, Eagles, and then we do have the Chiefs and the Bills. So most of these plays are going to be for Commanders and for the Chiefs. I do have some Bills plays that I like that I'll kind of get to. You guys have kind of been hearing about them all week, really. Eagles, I'm honestly probably going to leave alone because Jalen Hurts, if you guys didn't see, his leg is going to be in a brace for this game. So I just don't know how he's going to turn out. Is he going to look fine, but his leg's just in a brace? Is he going to look really bad and they just have to run the ball and that is how they're going to have to win the game? I don't know. It's a gamble. It's too much of a gamble. I don't want to just coin flip something like that. You can see actually the most popular play on Prizepicks right now is his rush yards, just because people see this and they're like, oh, he's averaged 15 his past 5, like, this is an easy play to hit, and it's definitely not because the leg is going to be in a brace. So he's going to be immobile. If he does scramble, which he probably won't very much, if he does scramble, he'll probably get maybe like 3 or 4 yards before people catch up to him. I mean, I don't think he's going to be as fast and as mobile as he normally is, escaping defensive ends and stuff. So if anything, I would maybe take his rush attempts because he'll probably still be in for the tush push. But other than that, I'm probably going to avoid the Eagles, and I would kind of recommend you guys do so as well, unless maybe you're taking Saquon or something. I do like Saquon's overs just because of that. But I've been talking enough. Let's get into the plays that I actually do like. So the first play is going to be Jaden Daniels over passing yards right here. And then I'm going to take Austin Eckler over receiving yards. So if you guys are newer to the channel, and I'm going to be building out a 4-man, but if you guys are newer to the channel, I take correlated plays that make sense together, okay? So the more that Jaden Daniels is throwing, if he gets, let's just say 300 yards in this game, right? It's Jaden Daniels. He's amazing. I think he's proved to everyone that he's amazing. If he gets 300 yards in this game and he has to pass a lot, then Austin Eckler is likely to go over his line as well with him, right? He might get 30, 40 of those yards with Jaden Daniels because the more that they are passing, the more that Austin Eckler is going to be on the receiving end of the ball. Last week, we took all of the Eagles players to go under, okay? And it was with the intention that when the Eagles are ahead, they don't throw the ball very much at all. So it's the same concept. We're just doing it the opposite way, right? If the Commanders have to throw the ball a lot, if they're going to be behind in this game, they're going to have to throw the ball a lot, definitely. And you can actually see, I don't really like going on these past 5 games. I'm just kind of using it to show you guys. But versus the Buccaneers, they did really well. They beat them pretty easily. And then the Lions, they actually beat them as well by like 15 or 16 points. And he still got 300 pass yards. So these are 2 games where they obviously won the game. That's why they're still in the playoffs. They won the game. They won the game actually pretty easily. And he still went well over this line. I mean, he went over this line by like 50 yards in some of these right here. So I really do like this here. I think Austin Eckler is also a really good play to pair with them. They've been using him a lot more in this offense. And you can see the last game that he played the Eagles right here, he got 90 yards. He got 89 yards, and he got 8 receptions, okay? He got 8 receptions for 90 yards, you guys. So you can see here, 8 receptions right here. You can see every game in the playoffs, he's gotten at least 3 receptions. I like his reception line okay. I also kind of like his fantasy score line a little bit, but really what I like is his receiving yards, and that's kind of why I'm taking that, right? Don't overcomplicate things and try to get cute. Just take his over receiving yards right here, and it's really good, right? They put him in a lot of passing downs. They also just put him in. They've been putting him in a lot more. I think they trust him more than Brian Robinson. So that's the first little duo there. The second duo is going to be with the Chiefs, so we're going to build out a 4-man. Hopefully you guys understand how this makes sense together, right? Jaden Daniels, Austin Eckler. The more passing that happens, the more that they're going to go over and pass and receiving yards, right? And then I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes over pass completions, and then I'm going to go over to all the Chiefs players, and I'm going to look at the receptions. I am personally going to take Xavier Worthy over receptions here. A lot of people like Travis Kelce this week because he performs in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, I like him okay. I just think there's a really good chance that he gets 6 receptions and still gets like 80 yards. And it's like, well, Travis Kelce still did really good, but he only got 6 receptions. I personally think 6.5 is a little high for him. That pretty much means he needs to get obviously, it means he needs to get 7 receptions. 7 receptions is a lot of receptions, you guys. So I'm going to take Worthy over 5. They use him a lot. I really like taking receptions lines for these guys that are gadget players. Sometimes they'll get little jet sweeps. They'll get little bubble screens. They'll get little just screens and little slant routes and stuff, right? Those really add up, right? If you do 3 or 4 of those a game, they're pretty much guaranteed receptions. And then Worthy's probably going to get a couple more receptions on out routes and deep in routes and stuff like that. So You can see his last 5 games, which again, I don't really go off of this. I'm just kind of showing you guys this. You can see even though they won the game versus Houston really definitively, they won the game versus Pittsburgh pretty definitively. Well, this was actually before they were in the playoffs, but yeah, they won these games. They still passed to him a lot, right? And he got 8 receptions, 7 receptions, 6, 5. So he's gone over this line, right, you guys? So this is the full 4-man that I'm going to be building out. We got Jaden Daniels, Austin Eckler over again. More passing that they have to do. Also, Jaden Daniels just phenomenal. I think this line's just too low for him, you guys. Like 225 for a guy who can easily throw for 400 yards if he gets going. Like, he really can. And then Patrick Mahomes over pass completions and Xavier Worthy over receptions here. So, again, very correlated. The more that Mahomes is throwing, the more pass completions he has, the more likely that Worthy is going to be on the opposite end of that. So, if Mahomes has to throw 28, 29 times in this game, then it's really likely that Xavier Worthy is going to get 5 or 6 of those catches, right? The more passing that happens, the more likely that Worthy is going to be on the other end of that. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's an 8.5x. Should be for you guys as well. And then let's get into the second part of the play. So the second part of the play is going to be utilizing this Jaden Daniels discount. Hopefully you guys have it. Obviously, he's going to get 1 pass yard, you guys. Shouldn't be too hard for him to do. If you don't have the play, I'll give you a couple other plays that you could pair with this play that I really do like. So the play that I really like paired up with this Jaden Daniels discount is Isaiah Pacheco under 7 fantasy score, okay? So you can see here, he is just on the complete decline. He's on the decline. He got injured early in the season. He's really fell off a cliff. I don't really know what's happened to him, but they've been giving him carries earlier in the, early when he came back from injury, and he's been averaging like 2 or 3 yards per carry. Really hasn't done much. I don't even think he's scored all year. This game versus the Chargers right here, where he did get 8 fantasy points, he ended up having, I think it was 14 or 15 rush attempts. So we can actually look right here. Yeah, rush attempts. So you can see these games right here, Chargers and Cleveland. Chargers, he got 14 rush attempts, and then Cleveland, he got 13 rush attempts. And even on 13 rush attempts versus Cleveland, he still only got 5.7 fantasy score right here, you guys. And again, his rush attempt line is 8, okay? So they're projecting him to get 8 rush attempts. And I'm telling you guys, they're pretty good at projecting rush attempts, all right? So if they project him at 8, he's probably going to get 7 or 8 or 9, okay? So they're really good at that. And again, if he just got 14 and barely went over, and he got 13 versus the Browns and only got like 5 fantasy score, then he's really likely not to do that. So I really like this here. Again, I think he's fell off a cliff. I think to do this, to go over this, he either needs to break out like a 40 or 50 yard run, or he needs to score, okay? And both those things are just unlikely, you guys. So this is what I'm going to take with the Jaden Daniels discount. If you guys have already taken that discount, I will say, and I've been talking about this all week, really, and for some reason these plays keep DMPing. I really like Shakir over receptions. I'm not going to take it, but I'm just giving you guys ideas. Shakir over receptions, I love. You guys can actually watch today's video, and I talk about it. He's similar to Worthy. He's a gadget guy. He'll get a lot of catches, and yeah, really easily. And then Josh Allen over completions is also really good. I like this a lot. Again, don't look at these games because these are all games that he's winning, right? He's going to play the Chiefs. He's going to be losing most likely. I mean, it's Mahomes, and he'll probably have to throw a lot, right? So I like this. If there's any play I like a lot, I do like the Shakir one right here. Another kind of weird one that I was looking at was right here. Actually, Greg Russo over 3 tackles plus assists. I think this is actually a pretty good line. The only thing is it's not very correlated because Greg Russo is probably going to get more tackles and assists if people are running against him. But anyway, I do like this line too. Kind of a weird one. I don't normally do this, but I was looking at the stats. I think he's only not gone over this 5 out of his last out of 18 games this season so far. So only 5 of his last 18 games he has gone under this. So it is what it is. I don't love this play. I do like the Shakir play a little bit better, but just some ideas for you, just throwing some stuff out there. But I really do like this Pacheco play right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really quick, if you guys like this plays, if you guys like the correlation that I'm talking about, all you have to do is text me the word picks to get into my VIP, where I send out about 8 to 9 plays just like this every single day. We don't do just NFL. We do NFL. We do esports. We do NBA. We're going to be getting into Canadian football in the XFL when that starts. We do a lot of esports, to be honest with you guys, and you don't really have to know anything about esports to tail the bets, right? All you have to do is click a link on the phone. All you have to do is sign up for Vivid Picks using my code. My code is Detective, but please text me before you do that, just so I know you guys are in the right spot and you guys don't mess up or anything, because that would be sad. So again, text me the word picks. My number is right here on the screen. It is my personal number, so I'll respond to you guys within 5 to 10 minutes. If I don't know, you guys can text me again or something, but you guys will get 2 free months of my VIP for doing that for me. me. Again, we are up 470 units in the past 7 or 8 months using this correlated betting strategy, okay? And then we are also up around 40 units so far in 2025. We're definitely on a little bit of a cold streak for sure, you guys. But let's get hot again. Let's keep winning. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in tomorrow morning's video.